First queens were here.
Oh, okay.
So there's also another time on them.
That is by the grace of God. Kill that thing.
Look, all of you are here because of God's grace. You don't need to rub it in our faces.
That thing
okay?
freaks me out.
Stop rubbing God's grace in our faces. All of you are here because of
If
God's
it is
grace.
the will of God that I should go home, I will go home. Yes, you go home.
What is that?
It's God's grace, lah.
So stop rubbing it in my face.
We don't know.
How about do you think God's grace didn't work for Noah? Do you think God's grace didn't work for Noah?
So is it wrong?
No, it's not wrong. No, it's not wrong. I'm saying that God's grace is available to everybody. It was available
All
to
10 of us are
Noah, it was available to Jifa, right?
He's trying to get the fun
So the
side
grace is
of
off
his
them
fun.
now.
So is the grace of them?
No.
Thank you very much.
No.
Why is it like that?
If by God's grace I'm alive, I will go around.
We are good. We are going live. We are live, people.
Let's go. We are on.
What else?
Okay, so
You're always making fun
Deborah,
of me.
thank you very much. That's it.
Okay, so we can keep this up.
Yes.
Speak up.
Do you even know why I'm here today?
No way.
Okay, house captain.
Oh, who's the house
You
captain?
should know.
That's her.
Okay, who voted you house captain?
I
Chaperone by appointment.
And are you enjoying your role?
You
Yes.
are.
In a way.
She's enjoying more than
She's
anyone.
enjoying. And if I please clean the window instead,
That's what you've been doing.
Smile.
yes.
She's been bullying you guys.
Oh, yes. It's not true.
Oh,
It's not true.
It's not
It's
true.
true. Hey, no,
It's
she
not
wants
true.
to friend.
Smile.
She said it's so because she hasn't been
It's
ordered before. Oh, yes.
Ah, she's
Hey.
a friend.
Yeah.
No,
No, I
auntie,
didn't
if something has to be done.
Don't call me auntie.
Something
You
has to be
people
done.
were
Continue
like
that
we're
statement.
eager to be old. How do you think I am?
28.
No, don't be polite. Be honest. How do you think I am?
Like
35, 30. 31.
32.
30.
Hey, she was not too late.
How do you think I am?
That's not
Pick
a number.
Just pick
Okay, like
33 and you?
are you my head?
32.
32.
36.
3.
30.
36.
That is your friend.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So, okay, you have an idea. Let me go back to this. So you have been bullying the rest.
Yes.
And then you are keeping your friend and pampering
Oh,
her.
yes. That's why it's not true.
Oh, that's why you.
True.
Honestly, the day she assigned everyone to a meeting, I think, the most difficult.
Which one?
It
Yes,
is.
now we are
It
in
is.
the kitchen. See,
No,
we
wait.
had to
Look.
clean the
Finish talking.
this. Yes.
At the
We
part
had to
even
clean the
said.
fridge. And all they had to do was to sweep.
Yes, because
The
that day
rooms
was
and
we were people on duty. So
Oh.
in actual sense, we were just helping them.
No.
And
Very
do you
well.
know?
Supposed
No.
to do it on
Wait,
that
and-
day. And the next day it was my turn. No one helped. I had to do it because it is my duty.
No.
But we were not able to clean the house generally on Saturday, so we shipped it on Monday. So if not that, we were supposed to do all the work that was supposed to be done on that Monday. But they were making it seem as if we were entitled to do it on Monday.
No,
Abena on a normal Tuesday. Wait. On a
No, let me talk.
On a normal
First, I
day.
think I should talk. Listen, whatever you did that day, you had to clean your washroom, and that is where you bath.
Yes.
Nobody's supposed to do that for
For
you.
you.
You have to do it on your own. Just like I cleaned mine because I bathed there alone. And then whatever we were supposed to do as on duty on Monday is to cook, clean the kitchen and probably
That's
Staircase.
all.
keep the house.
The staircase. Yes,
That's
that's
all.
all duty. You also
And
do the
then
staircases.
on Saturday we couldn't
But
do
you know,
any
it's
work in
cleaners
this
that
house.
day that way.
No,
on
on Saturday.
Cleaner that day,
On Saturday we
staircase.
couldn't do any work in
No
this
one
house.
did it.
You get it?
That's why
So
it
it
was
wasn't our
at
duty
that
to do
time.
all the cleaning on Saturday.
It's
Monday.
So don't say you did more work.
It's
That's
okay.
you are supposed to do more work.
One thing to
Let me tell you, when I share the
when
way,
you're on duty and then you give instructions, everybody's supposed to respond to your instructions. You're supposed to take the instruction and do it. But like some people feel when they are on duty, that is when they become
Boss.
But when they give instructions like that, nobody will take it. I mean, in a polite manner, I will so go ahead
People
and
don't
do
respond
it.
to bossiness.
that's because I want to
I
ask
thought
them.
you
Okay,
can
so back to
testify
Auntie,
that
Auntie,
the
my name is
man that
Deborah.
Sister Debbie,
Yes.
please I want to ask them. You just made a statement right now. Is it referring to me? Like, are you
Oh,
referring
no.
to Okay, today is
Generally.
Wednesday. In general, do you think that I'm bossy?
Oh no, you're not.
Do you
bossy.
think that I'm like?
everyone.
No.
And
And
everyone
wait, the reason why I'm saying
testify
is, you know, the day I shared the way. Deborah,
even if I
the
say
day I
nobody
shared the
will
way,
mind me.
and the power was,
Yeah.
and the power was
That's
being
true
crying
for
for Nabia, saying that her weight was more than any other person.
That's on Monday.
Yes,
yeah,
on
that day I
Monday.
even said that.
Because it was
Boss
just
said
the
that.
what do you call it? The washrooms, and then the room. Of course, we're supposed to clean the room and the washroom. So the only place we're supposed to do is the kitchen, cook and clean maybe flattish point.
Okay, yes.
So you don't think it's our work?
But I also,
It is
I
our
can't
work,
remember
we're supposed to.
when you were questioning the work, you
You
added your name to those who were supposed to scrap the.
Did I
wash.
take
No, wait,
part or
wait,
not?
You did. But when after doing it, you were made to clean that part again because you didn't do it properly.
I didn't do it properly.
Yes, and you claimed you were going to the kitchen to
I claimed.
cook for us, but that one too, Adepa was the same person who had to finish.
only
the
madam,
work.
I didn't
Yeah,
say I was
right.
going to.
But that one day you didn't.
I didn't say
Adepa
I
didn't- Now nobody's asking you
also
about
I
your
didn't-
name.
What?
You didn't see the kitchen that
Now
day.
nobody's asking you about who Nadia.
Nobody's asking
Nobody's asking about who. Listen, nobody's asking me about who.
Now take your land. Now just take your land. Just take it.
Yes.
Do you know that they were not supposed to?
I do so. I'm
But
Yeah, what are encouraging?
yes,
And you just said what?
We are put
They know what?
I'm a bent over.
Okay.
Really?
That's
Don't say so.
ironically.
oh, but that like.
Adepa, but Adepa is my best friend. Adepa had to help me because
Yes.
my finger
I
was
think this just made our Facebook like fun.
Oh, but it's good. So before you guys came here, were you all students? Were you working? All students.
Okay, so you started.
So let's start from.
I'm a national service personnel
Okay.
in the University of Education, Winnipeg, Department of Theatre.
sister.
Okay. And you, chaperone.
Yes, chaperone, assistant, house prefect.
Okay. I'm a graduate nurse awaiting postings, but at the same time, I am an entrepreneur.
So what do you do as an entrepreneur?
I have a farm. I'm into farming. Yes.
Wow. Crop.
It's yes, from pepper and rice. And then I'm a network marketer,
Oh yeah.
bringing me money.
Mama Cash.
Super life.
Okay.
Auntie, I should sign you in.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
I'm your client and everybody else is mine.
Yes.
Yeah. This client is jealous. Everybody else is a friend. And you, what do you do?
I'm a student.
Okay, where are you studying?
University for Development Studies. Tamale Campus.
Oh wow. And you?
A student as well. Kwame Nkrumah
Kenny.
University of Science and Technology.
Kenny.
Actually, assistant. The school has been closed.
When you return to school in 4 years' time.
Hey, no, I'm ready. No, to start. And she's very happy about it. Oh, my midterm exams is not coming off, so I'm very happy.
What are you studying though?
Geography and rural development as a major course and political studies as a minor course.
Oh, why? Do you want to go into politics, world development?
Actually, it's something I thought I could study as a minor course because geography was very, like, a
And
whole
it's hard,
burden on
huh?
its own. Yes.
It's very difficult. And you?
I'm also a national service personnel. I read midwifery, BSc midwifery. So I'm a midwife.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
So midwife and
Same
nurse,
thing.
Yes.
entrepreneur, farmer,
Network marketer.
and network marketer. Sorry. And Winneba, school dropout. And you?
Okay, I just finished serving Ghana. I just completed national service. I work with Ghana Tourism Authority.
Okay.
And then I entered GMB House.
Oh yeah.
So afterwards, yes, I'll continue. I want to be an entrepreneur, so I want to study fashion.
You want to go into fashion? Wow, clothing, accessory, shoes, clothing. Designer or retail?
Designer.
Designer. What's your, do you already have a name?
Ghanazel.
What is it?
Ghanazel.
Ghanazel.
Yes. And I got that name from childhood. I just formed it, and it was like Ghanazel group of companies. So I think I'll have a lot of companies in Ghanazel.
So I'm picking entrepreneurs on board.
Yes.
And you?
I'm also a student here in Wisconsin International University.
I see.
Wisconsin International University Campus.
Must you bring international?
Of course.
And
The name is complete.
Now, did you hear this one? KNUSC, then she told us all it meant. And after that, shut it back down.
Yeah. And the glasses have been broken. And then I am an IT student.
Okay.
I'm also going to go into entrepreneurship.
Which field of entrepreneurship?
Anything that I think the market is ready to buy. I'm ready to buy.
Like share butter.
Yes.
So balloon.
Anything the market is ready to buy.
Yes. That's yes.
Positively.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure,
positively.
positively,
Yeah.
sure,
She can't tell
Trauma.
And you?
I'm also a student, University of Ghana, level 200. I'm reading Bachelor of Science in Administration. So when I get to 300, I'm going to charter my course. So I'm becoming a chartered accountant.
Oh yeah?
Yes. While being in school, I'm a chartered accountant. Now I'm going to go to school.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow, this is interesting. So we have a blend of public health and future entrepreneurs. But what gives you that desire? You make entrepreneurship look so appealing. Do you really think it is what it is?
it's not.
I think it's a passion. Like it's a passion-driven sector or something. You know, if I want to venture into fashion, I should have my reason. It shouldn't be because everybody is wearing, like almost everything is fashionable, like fashion is trending nowadays. But then I want to sew. I design sometimes. I sit and then I design sometimes. And then last time I designed and someone sewed. And the person was like, why don't I try learning how to sew so that I do everything myself? And I realized I'm very talented with my hand, like hairdressing and sewing. I did this hair.
That's nice.
So I decided to, I studied tourism management and administration, but then now I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to create jobs for people. I know it won't be that easy, but then I'm willing to go through that sacrifice because it's a passion. I just want to do something with my talent before it's too late.
Okay, so in a way, I go by what she said. Sometimes you have to be moved, you have to be your passion before you go ahead to do it. But I was saying sometimes as she said, you look at what the market is ready to buy. It may not be your passion, but okay, if I do this, it will click. If I do this, I'll get money. If I do this, to be something new. Though at the beginning it's not your passion, but by the time you realize, or as you continue doing it, it will become your passion later on. So it doesn't necessarily need to be your passion in the first place. Sometimes it's important. It's very good you go by your passion.
I beg to differ.
But I'm not bringing what you're saying down. I'm not saying it's not right, okay. But in other situations.
Okay, I want to ask you a question.
I think so.
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. So what if the market is selling for fashion as in today, and then tomorrow you realize that it's not selling any longer? What do you do?
Use your resources.
What? You've used your resources.
You know, you can make the difference out of it. Maybe the fashion, what is going like one lane, everyone is wearing skirts. So Lisa decided, okay, fine, why don't I make it a jumpsuit? You get it? So at that point, people will switch from skirt to move to what you are doing.
But what if what you are bringing onto the market is not in the market already? Like yesterday, Auntie Nancy told us about someone making leather out of fish scale.
Good. So you make it presentable. Give your consumers the reason to come and buy.
You are saying what the consumers are ready to buy already. The consumers don't know.
No, she's not condemning.
I'm not condemning what she's saying.
But she's only saying that
sometimes
it shouldn't be driven by your passion.
Always. It shouldn't be just always. It shouldn't be like that.
I have a stereotype. Only can help me evict it. It's actually like entrepreneurship is for those who can't. Let me say, yes. You don't want to work.
I want to know.
I said it's my stereotype.
Yes.
And I want to evict it, but I want tangible reasons as to why I should
Evict it.
Yes.
Okay, so for you, an entrepreneur is somebody who.
An entrepreneur, I believe, business oriented. Like you do something on your own. An entrepreneur can be. You can have an organization, and then. I don't even know the thing.
So no, but what was your stereotype?
I'm saying that it's for those who can't. Let me say, when you are employed as a government worker, you have to wake up, be at work at exactly 8 a.m. You have to sign attendance, do all those, and then you can't just adhere to all those rules. You can't comply. But you can just decide to be in your house at 10 a.m. You are now going to work because you work on your own, like as an entrepreneur. So I want to know if it's true that.
But you know,
okay, do me a favor. Can I have the entrepreneurs on one side and then
I am one myself.
Funny enough, I've paid for my 1 year course at Ababio, where I'm going to learn how to sew. So right after GMB, I'm really going because I started a week before I came to GMB.
Okay. So you are a midwife. Well, you've just finished school, but now you want to divert into fashion.
Yes. I want to do it alongside
midwifery.
Yes.
Okay, and Joyce Ababu is for 1 year.
Yes, we have a 6 month, 1 year, 2 years.
Okay, so that's the side gig. So we have a fashion side gig, but midwives. Profession. And a farmer. Okay. And then you are just ready to sell anything people are willing to buy apart from Panadol, tramadol. Okay, business student, what was your points?
Oh, I actually said I want to be a chartered accountant. So although I'm going to be an entrepreneur, so you will say someone is a person who can combine the other three factors of production, that's land, labor, and capital. So you can be an entrepreneur, yet you are also a chartered accountant. When I get my land, I can establish a factory.
Like God in the house.
With me putting in money is my capital.
Yes.
And then labor, employing other people. So that one alone, you are an entrepreneur. No need for you to be working in that particular type of work. So you combine these three factors to produce goods and services to satisfy human wants, you are an entrepreneur. So you can be anything and still be an entrepreneur.
That's very good. I like the point that she's making. I'm going to give you a bit of history about myself. And then why we are moving this conversation the way that it is going. But then you see, in everything that you do, as in that entrepreneurial spirit is not just for business people. It shouldn't be for business people. It shouldn't be for people that are actually labeled as entrepreneurs. When you are working for somebody, you need to have an entrepreneurial mindset to be able to execute whatever that person has employed you to do. Why I'm saying that is, for instance, if you're a nurse and you say, okay, I'm a nurse, I go to work, my shift is 7 a.m. to 2 o'clock. And all I'm supposed to do is look after the patients, vaccination, medication, feed them, shift over, I'm gone. If you are doing that as a routine because that is what you're being paid to do you think the company will grow in any way? You're not helping the company. You are just carrying out your duty. Everybody needs to have an entrepreneurial spirit to grow in the working environment that they are in. You should be able to say, okay, this is the way that we've been doing this. Perhaps if we change it this way, it will be a positive impact onto my ward. And then from there, maybe other wards, the children ward, they might copy what you're doing, and it's changing the whole interface of the whole hospital. Okay. We here in Ghana, we have this mindset that we just go do what we have to do and leave. It's not part of my duty. We don't think outside the box. We don't make any suggestions that we feel like, maybe we just feel like it's none of our business. But everything that you do, you have to apply an entrepreneurial spirit to it. This thing that I've been asked to do, can I do it any better than doing it the same way over and over and over and over again? Now, let's go back to when I said guess my age, so that I give you a bit of a background of who I am, what I do, and maybe my purpose of being here today. I wanted to get a feel of how your mind, what you think about entrepreneurship, your own careers, where you find yourself. And a lot of people here, yes, you went to university, you've chosen courses because you're trying to go up maybe a career path. But in the same manner, you've already started thinking of what I can do on the side as an entrepreneur. Okay, so me, I'm an entrepreneur. I didn't start off as being an entrepreneur. So I went to St. Joseph's. Anybody here went to St. Joseph's?
That was my first choice.
Oh, it was your first choice, but you didn't get it. So where did you end up? So it's not bad. It's not St. Joseph's though. Yeah. It's not bad. Okay, so I went to, well, before that I went to Soul Clinic. Then I went to St. Joseph's. Then I went abroad. I did 6th form in business studies. Then I did my first degree in business and IT. Then I stayed on to do my MBA in international business. So it was business. Then when I came out, I started working in public health. I was providing support for people infected with HIV. Right? So now I did business. I've come out supporting people with HIV. So that's the first challenge. Then I've been doing that for 11 years now. But it wasn't paying my bills. I was doing it as charity, for charity, not for profit. I do a lot of social good. Okay. So I started doing that, and then, but of course, we all want to get up the career ladder because your parents have paid school fees, and they're expecting to hear that, oh, I've got a job here, I started as maybe a secretary, and I'm now the MD, I'm head of West Africa. That's what they want to hear. They want to see results for the school fees that they have paid. So I started working, but then out of my character, somebody suggested I help somebody do an event. So I helped by helping somebody to organize their event. Not that I am boasting, but I've been doing that for 8 years now, and I would say that I'm one of the most popular event companies in Ghana. And I am called Think Mahogany. So follow me on social media.
Yes.
So I started Think Mahogany 8 years ago, but I was still working. I had a full-time job. Now, that part of you that said, maybe it's people who don't want to wake up early and be at work at 8 a.m. and report to anybody else are the people who are entrepreneurs. I'll tell you what, as an entrepreneur, your clients are your bosses. Okay? Your clients are not calling you at 8 o'clock and I think that at 5 they'll stop calling you. Sometimes I get frustrated thinking I'm not working around the clock, so why don't you give me a break? It doesn't work that way. As an entrepreneur, you set yourself a lot of goals. You want to achieve a lot of goals, and you find that 24 hours in a day is not even enough for you. What I am going through, and you see, there's different aspects to this whole thing. There are a lot of entrepreneurs, I'll tell you, that are even suffering from mental illness. Now, when I say mental illness, you'll be like, hey, no, I'm not talking about psychosis. I'm not talking about somebody walking on the street in a bad mental state. And another thing, ladies, don't ever describe somebody who is walking on the street with a bad mental state as a mad person. It's a bad stigma. Okay, that could be you. That person doesn't know that they are there because they are sick. They don't even think there's anything wrong with them. When you see somebody who is crippled, do you say, hey, crippled person? No. But then why do we do that when we see somebody who is mentally ill? It's a stigma. Okay, a lot of people who are mentally ill don't even know that they are mentally ill. Now, with entrepreneurs, a lot of entrepreneurs actually are suffering from chronic depression and anxiety. People don't even know that. You see, we give entrepreneurship such a big, like, it's this big deal. They are actually going through a lot. Anxiety because they set themselves goals. Now, I'm talking about serious entrepreneurs, okay, who are actually working hard for their money, not being sponsored by one sugar daddy or that, no, or taking loans that they are not paying back. People who are actually earning their capital and reinvesting it in the company. You set yourself a lot of goals and you are anxious to achieve those goals. That is when anxiety comes in. All you think is your business, your business, your business. Even when you're taking a shower, you're thinking, okay, so as soon as I finish the shower, I need to call this person, I need to order. This is happening whilst you're in the shower. Then if whilst you're eating, you've taken your phone and you're checking, I wonder how many emails I've received today. You see, you are consumed by this thing that you're trying to make grow so much. And then that causes you a lot of anxiety. And then also chronic depression. You feel like there's so much you can achieve and you're not there. So it's eating you up. So entrepreneurship is not all that how glamorous it looks. Me, for instance, this is my pattern. My workers come to work at 8 a.m. from 8:30. From 8:30 to the time they leave at 5:30, they rule my world. The reason why I say they rule my world is every second somebody has an inquiry. If you ask them to do something, they will bring it back for you to look at. So you are spending that day serving your workers because they come to you and everybody is your customer. Your colleagues are your customers, so you treat them, you serve them. You serve your bosses, you serve the outside customers as well. So they keep coming to you. So that means from that time to that time, I am not doing anything but working for them. So when do I then now do what I am supposed to do? When they leave. So now at 5:30, when my workers have gone home to bed, that is when now I can think, I can create, I can innovate. That is when I can make changes, reviewing all that has happened during the day. Reviewing how my business is going. Okay, we're into the 3rd week. This month, have we even made any money? You can't have those clear thoughts when your workers are around. So now from 5:30 p.m. up to about 2 a.m., that's when you are working. So when are you now going to bed? About 3. And they can't come to work and madam is still at home sleeping. What do you think they will think of you? They won't even take you seriously. So now you have to be also back up and ready at 8. So an entrepreneur is sleeping between 2 and 4 hours every day. A lot of people see businesses growing and what they fail to realize is how much effort goes into these businesses. A lot of people also will not venture into going into entrepreneurship because they give doctors, accountants, engineers, lawyers this awe of worship that is like, if I am not a doctor, I'm nobody. Please, no. no, the prestige, like I said, the prestige is too much. It's overrated. It's a necessity, but it's an overrated necessity. And what I don't like young people to think is, if I am not a doctor, then I'm a nobody. No, because that talent within you is what probably will change the world. Okay, so you went to do midwifery because yes, it's. I went to school from SS. I'm supposed to go to university. I have to choose a course to do when I'm in university, so I'm going to do it. That's what happened. That's what happens to all of us. We are following a system. Then when we get into, luckily for most of us, when we get into after higher education, then you can decide what you really want to do. A lot of people are depressed because they are forced to sit in hospitals and work as doctors when that's not what they even want to do. It's pathetic. So I do this events thing, and then also I still do other things on the side. I support Run for a Cure. Run for a Cure, what we do is we provide support for underprivileged women who are suffering from breast cancer. Okay. I support people with autism, so I'm part of the Autism Ambassadors of Ghana. I recently started working on sickle cell disease awareness Ghana. And like you know, I'm a mental health advocate. I work for START. I do HIV. So I do a lot of humanitarian work, not because I feel like I'm Mother Teresa. I see room for change, and as an entrepreneur, I feel like I can create solutions to meet that change. Okay. Yes, it would be wonderful if you all came out as doctors, but is that really what you want to do? No. But one thing I also want to add is, if you do decide to go as career path, or you do decide to go as an entrepreneur, whatever you do, don't be too hard on yourself. That is what is killing us. We set so many high goals for ourselves, and when we are not achieving it, our spirit, it just kills us. Maybe you are not achieving it because that's not you. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. Another thing is, we have to live a purpose-driven life. Okay, everybody on earth has a purpose. Did you know that?
Yes.
So maybe right now, today, you are in this room because you feel like that's what you feel like doing. But maybe that's not even your purpose. You're just trying your luck because at that moment, you went by your feeling. You felt, I could be a beauty queen. I could be the one to bring the crown and the car and the cash to Broga Hafo. Okay? So, I'm going to cut it short. Okay? I wish I could spend more time with you.
Yeah.
But really, I'm going to leave you with this. Whatever that you set your mind to do it with an entrepreneurial spirit. That is, do it to improve it. Don't just do it because you've been asked to do it. Whatever you do, put your best foot forward and do it to improve it. Wherever you see opportunities for change, be that change creator. Create the change. People will laugh at you. It's fine. When I started, my friends were laughing at me. But guess what? Today they can call me and ask me for suggestions and ideas. Because now they want to start their own business. Okay? You'll meet a lot of challenges. You'll be broke. Let me tell you that. You'll be broke. The reality is you will have no money for a very, very, very long time. If you are passionate about your business, you will be broke. Because every money that you get, what's going to happen? You're going to put it back into it because you want to see the company grow. So whatever you do, be the best at it. Put your best foot forward, be entrepreneurial, and then do not let your spirit down. Don't be led by depression and anxiety. Just do the best that you can. Is that okay?
Yes.
Any questions?
Yes. Okay, so I have two questions.
Yeah.
First question is, why the name
Think Mahogany. Okay, so Think Mahogany. Actually, it was, well, it still is Mahogany Events. I wanted to name my company after a tree because of the Bible verse, Psalm 1 verse 3. Who knows Psalm 1 verse 3? That's your assignment. Tomorrow, send me a WhatsApp of what Psalm 1 verse 3 is. It's very good. It's good. So Psalm 1 verse 3. Okay, tonight before you go to bed, just meditate on that. And the last bit of it says, whatever you do, you will prosper. You will bear fruit in your season. Your leaves will not wither. then whatever you do, you will prosper. Okay. So I wanted to name my company after it too. Someone verse 3 names. There was no way I was going to go for Timba. I mean, it doesn't even sound nice. Things happily. Yes. So I went for mahogany because it sounded nice and it's one of the strongest trees. And it has many purposes. So I went for it. And I was like, mahogany events. Whenever you want to do an event, think mahogany. So that's how it got started. Think mahogany.
Okay, my second question. Why ask, please, are you married?
No, I am not married yet. Does that make a difference? No, this is a very important question.
It does.
How? It does.
Yes, it means you definitely get married, but not yet. Like, not now.
Why did you ask that question?
I wanted to find out. Whilst you were talking, I think you said sometimes you spend a lot of time at work, and even if you are eating, you're thinking about your work. You are thinking about you're thinking about your work. What do you do to improve it? So if you are married, how are you able to cope this two?
That's it's not necessarily, it shouldn't even be just about marriage. The people around you even suffer from it. Maybe my mother wants to have a conversation with me.
Yeah.
Maybe my mother is watching Ghana's Most Beautiful. She just wishes I would come and sit next to her and watch it with her and comment and listen to her comments. But because I'm so consumed with my work, maybe my friends want to hang out. They want to go to the cinema. Okay, so it affects, that's what I say, it actually affects your lives. When this entrepreneurship consumes you, it really does. And you would see that a lot of entrepreneurs, sorry, but they're not married. A lot of female entrepreneurs that are actually doing well. So it's very hard to get that balance. So you need to choose wisely what you want for yourself.
I wanted to know whether event planning is your passion, like something that you're passionate about, or you had it, maybe somebody taught you how to do it.
You see, she said, I would sell anything as long as people are ready to buy it. Okay. No, the truth is no. It wasn't my passion. It's still not my passion, but I'm very good at it. I'm damn good at it, so I do it. So you see, there are certain things that you find that you're doing. I said I started by helping somebody. So from that one event that I helped somebody, people at the event started calling me. Oh, I went to this event, you did it. And then that's how it started. It grew so much that I had to give up my full-time job to focus on it.
Apparently, something triggers what you do.
I'm a diligent worker. That's why. Whatever I do, I try and do it very well. Whatever you do it very well. And you find that maybe that's where you're going to excel. So I give you that advice. Whatever you do it very well. Okay, I'm not passionate about events, but I am good at it because when I'm doing it, I put my all into it. So I come out good at it. And that's what's kept me.
So building your business, what was the most challenging?
Money, of course. Yes, because trends change. Trends change. Every day, trend. Now, the digital society does not help. People are all on Instagram, looking at Bella Naija and all these things, and people are exposed to a lot of advancement that they are seeing in the developed world. Okay, so a lot of advancement from the developed world, the people want to copy it and imitate it here. How will I do that? Unless I have the means to do it. How do I get the means? Money. Are people even willing, though, to pay me as much? No. So a lot of challenges for me, it's capital related and human resource related. A lot of people do not work with the same mindsets that you and I probably have. Some people are there just because they are being paid at the end of the month. They'll get their money. They are supposed to come at 8 and leave at 5. They will do that for me. 5, they will shut down. They are going home. They are not bringing me anything. Human resource management is one of the toughest things as well for entrepreneurs.
So I watched an interview of one entrepreneur. She's an event organizer, and it looked like the flowers for deco and everything, it's seasonal. It could be that this month of October
white rose flowers in bulk, and we don't have some in Ghana. So then you have to export from wherever, import from wherever it should be from. And
that is if the client is paying for it. You are not importing flowers because your event wants to be nice. You're importing flowers because the client has paid for you to import flowers. You need to be able to make good business decisions. Okay? That is why a lot of people just invest in artificial flowers. It's much cheaper, but don't just go and buy artificial flowers from Makola. Actually invest in good ones, the ones that look real. Okay, those ones where you're going to get them, Dubai, China, places like that. You need money to do that, don't you? So, yes, flowers in Ghana, we cannot grow roses and peonies and all those glamorous looking flowers. So, yes, those ones are important, but they're very expensive.
So those weddings we see with those kind of flowers, is like they're playing big.
Oh, yeah, very big.
Okay, so I also want to ask the measures you put in place to make sure that you are not hard on yourself, because your health is very paramount. Whatever you have done, if you are not healthy, you will not be able to execute your
You are replaceable.
Yeah, exactly. So what are some of the measures you put in place to make sure?
Okay, some of these measures is, I call it intentional breaks. Intentional breaks, like today I am not going to work. That's it. Yes, you turn off your phone. You turn off your phone, try to avoid being on social media. Give yourself intentional breaks, time to reflect, time to just hang out. Maybe just come and sit here and talk to you ladies. Maybe for me, it's an intentional break today. Because whilst I'm here, I'm not thinking about my clients, what's going on in the office. I've met new people, I've listened to your drives, your passion, what you want to do. So this even is an intentional break. Doing things out of, breaking the routine is some of the things that I do to balance things. I break them, I take intentional breaks. And I like to go out to eat a lot, to try foods, do things.
That's why the mind comes to play.
And the thing is, you are very, you get a lot of exposure when you do intentional things. Like I want to go for Hogwechuchu, I've never been. My friends say, you too, you can do certain things. So I say yes. Maybe when I go there and I look at some of the things that happen, it might even give me ideas. So our time is up.
Yes.
I'll come again.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'll come.
You come and meet some of us.
It's true.
Are you going home?
I said, are you going home? I said, you're very determined.
Oh, I see.
Are we done?
So, Anna, sit down.
I want a picture with them.
She has been saying some stuff. You've been saying me this week.
Please, can I take a picture of it?
Yes.
Oh, are we still what?
Yeah, it's still like.
So
You
after the
can still
photo,
see us.
yeah, so after the photo, then
She's come to sit in our midst. After that, we take the picture. So sitting on my head. You want your head? The one sat on my head.
There's a space that you can close it. You can close it.
No, she needs the chair.
Very well.
Okay, smile.
Good. So what do I do? Can I grab my stuff? Alright, ladies, nice to meet you.
Enjoy your day.
so you can go to your room, coming for you.
Oh, where's my vitamin? Vitamin.
Hey, now.
But I think
Oh, no, I don't want to pursue my dog. I never drank it before.
What kind of water you to come out?
To get them to
You did.
some of the What are you doing, Johnny and Dylan?
I bet you love
Hey,
it.
but what I've got one that put it.
Please, I don't know. It's not my child.
It's weird. I don't get this one.
You'll come, right?
But I think nothing beats
So
last year.
okay.
So.
I like John.
I think nothing beats last
Are
year.
you were there last year? So, this year too.
He's bothering me to come for this rock ceramic.
When is it?
It's only 5 days now.
Oh, we'll go.
Where?
I want someone to go. So which way? Tomorrow, what time?
They start like 7:30.
Is it as
But
good as
bring your
you
own
used to be?
drinks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it as good as you used to be, but
Now get out of the
Now you
camera.
can get on now because I want to have my
what are you
interview
doing?
so I can go
Let's
and
go.
rest.
Here.
Because I have a lot to write. Thank you. Bye. I'm sitting, I was looking.
Papa is coming to ask you questions.
Okay. I'm not doing it, so I'll give just mistakes.
Yes. You said the one that starts if you said the moon. So you said the moon.
Oh, but you're not here to see what I'm
Yeah, so
doing.
you said the moon.
I'll.
So you better give me a good
Don't,
show.
I won't give you a good show. I'm not in the mood.
Which school did you go to?
SHS,
Yeah.
New Driver Secondary Commission School.
You can, what is it? Once a
Cooperative. Opposite Cooperative Technical University.
Oh, okay. So you've been like a bit an Eastern girl or you didn't cry?
Yeah, for 3 years.
So you live in Korea?
I'm in Accra.
You said what I got here.
Cooperative.
Here is one coming. Are you sure?
No, so one camera there and one there. So
You get Prince's number.
I'm so dead about it. Let's go.
How are we going to do this?
Let's
Oh.
ask. You ask, she answer. Let's go.
I'm not prepared.
I'm not prepared to.
What's up? What have you been up to? What are you doing this Sunday?
This Sunday, we're having a show asking what I'm doing. Okay, I'll talk about judges' impact, how to take criticism and advice from judges after a performance.
Okay, so tell us your experience for the first eviction. Was there ever a time you felt you were coming up for eviction?
No, not having that in mind.
You didn't have that in mind. Why?
I don't, but you see, I just believe in myself because if I don't, no one would. So that wasn't in mind because I believed I'm staying.
So what you are saying is you think Nabia, what's her name, Wekia,
No,
those two
and then
girls, No
Jifa.
and Jifa, you think they didn't believe that they were staying?
I'm sure it came in mind that they will be going home.
You're sure?
When him say, "Sir, this is so swable." That's what I'm going to say. BPS is supposed to be how it happens.
Okay.
Intensity is on the deal, that means it's not going to happen.
So this Sunday, take us to what you
Oh,
are
but
doing
I was
personally.
surprised when names were mentioned, especially Jifa.
So what about them do you miss?
Oh, this is Jifa was a type who never related well with us. That reserved type of person. But I don't know, I'm not that close to her, so.
So as far as you are concerned, she was as good as gone from the beginning?
No. But I wasn't happy that she went. Neither was I sad.
So you're just indifferent, you can't be
I was
bothered?
just neutral.
And how about the other girl?
Oh, no, that's the type who is very free. She is funny, so I miss her.
Okay, so if you had the chance to bring one person back, who would you bring back? Jifa and No?
Oh, that's what I want, I can't. Because
No, if you
I
had the
don't
chance
know
to
the
bring one
reason.
person
It
back.
depends.
No, I'm
I
giving you
might
a chance.
choose Jifa,
Okay.
or I might choose No.
So who will you choose?
Do I have any? I don't know. Like, I don't. No one.
So they should all stay at home.
Yes, because they have to.
Why?
What if when they come, I'll go in? So it has to remain the same.
So if you present you the opportunity to be able to bring one of them back, you are not going to bring any of them back?
No.
You won't?
I won't.
Who do you think is going next?
the one who deserves to go.
I mean, who in your opinion?
In my opinion, see.
Because you've seen
right
them around, you work here with them.
Yes.
You know everyone's strength.
But eviction, they don't just base it on performance only. They use the votes and then performance. What if this person isn't performing extremely well, but with the voting?
No, I'm not saying.
good.
Listen, what I'm saying
But
is.
I'm not serious.
I'm not saying based on what, like you personally, who do you think, or who do you want to go home next?
The one who deserves to go.
No, I know the one who deserves to go will go, but you personally, who do you want to go home
I have
next?
someone.
Yeah, you should.
They're all good.
And it's a competition, you have to move on from
Yeah,
8 to 7. So who do
it,
you want
it
to go
has
home?
to, but that I don't think is my duty or is for me to
Listen,
decide.
the question is, it's not your duty, but who do you want to go home? It's not your duty.
Who do I want?
You wanting the person to go home doesn't make the person go home, or not. So like, who do you want to go home? I'm not saying take someone out.
Do you know I'm not having anyone in mind to, like, I'm not wishing, I don't
No,
want,
it's not about what you wish.
I don't want anyone to go home.
So how then do we get to crown the person the winner? How do we move closer in crowning the winner?
Then we'll leave it to the judges.
The judges are going to do their work. But what I'm asking right now is, as it stands now, who do you
think?
Not think. Who do you want? Yeah, who do you want?
You are trying to make our conversation.
I'm not making that conversation.
Prolonging.
No, I'm not prolonging it. Would have, like, the conversation would have moved on if you had just answered back and then we move on.
I gave you an answer.
You didn't give me an answer.
I gave you an answer.
There are 7 other girls, you did not mention anyone's name.
So you want me to mention somebody's name?
By who? I'm sure I want to. No, it's gone home.
So she was the person I was having in mind, and now she's gone.
No, I mean, come on. We are talking about the 8 people in the house. No, it's not a part of the competition anymore.
I'm not having anyone. I don't want anyone to go.
Alright, thank you.
Okay.
Come on, let me beat you.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up? What have you been up to?
Writing my script and rehearsal.
Talking about your scripts, what are you doing this Sunday?
I'm going to be a beauty queen. Okay, so the team is mentors and mentees.
Okay.
So I'm going to be a beauty queen, having a photo shoot for GTP.
Oh, sweet.
Yes. So my makeup artist works in with a kid.
Alright, save the rest for Sunday. Okay, so does the house feel smaller now? 2 people gone? Or does it feel bigger? I mean, yeah, it feels bigger now, right?
In a way, it feels empty.
It feels empty. Why do you say that?
Because I would say our comedians are gone, especially No. She makes everyone laugh. She makes the house so lively. And I remember on Monday, it was a funeral because you couldn't, no one was smiling, there wasn't any laughter, nothing.
And how about Jifa?
Jifa, we missed Jifa too. But Jifa was a bit reserved.
Okay, so.
A bit reserved. So though we are feeling her absence, she's my bedmate.
Oh, okay.
So yes. Anytime I go to bed, I look at her bed. Oh, Jifa, I missed you.
Doesn't that give you like a bigger sleeping space?
It has given me enough space to place my things.
And apart from enough space, doesn't that like move you closer to the crown? Like a step closer to the crown?
In a way it does, because as eviction comes, and if you're being saved, you know, okay, I'm getting somewhere.
Okay, so
and it pushes you to do more.
that very Sunday you were on stage, right? Telling that you won the star performer. How are you feeling before you were announced as a star performer, being part of the 5 girls on stage? How was the feeling?
I was like, God, why? Because eviction, it can take you by surprise. You can be the star performer and still get evicted. And I don't know how my voting is. I don't know whether I'm being placed first, second. I don't know. So I was praying. I was scared. Actually nervous. Okay, God, please, don't do this. Not now. Not now. I want to get to final.
Okay, so let's say if you sitting there right now had a chance to bring one of the girls back, who are you bringing back?
I'll bring Noah.
You bring
I'll
Noah back.
bring Noah back into the house.
Okay, so now bring Noah back into the house and take one person out of the house.
Hey. Okay, instead I'll leave her alone.
No. I mean that's not like the option. Like we know that between Noah and Jifa, Wekia will bring Noah back if she has the chance to bring her back. Okay, so now the 8 girls in the house, who do you really want? Okay, I have 7 other competitors.
Yeah.
I really want to move closer, and to move closer, one has to go. Which other person do you want to go? This soul, you don't tell me. Don't hate me when it depends on the judges.
No, honestly. Honestly, yes, I want to get into the finals. And for me to do that, of course, others will have to go home.
Yes.
That's for sure. And I can't, we're all good.
The whole point listen to the question critically.
I know.
Your answer to whoever you want to go home, right? It's not going to take anyone home. Your answer to whoever you want to come back home. Right now, ask you a question. Who do you want back in the competition? You said no. It's not in the competition. No, wait. Just answer my question. I asked you if you had a chance, who would you bring back home? You said no. It's not in the competition.
No.
Exactly my point. So whoever you want to go home, and whichever reason you have, it's not going to take the person home.
I know.
Yes. We are just trying to we are just trying to have a convo here.
Yes, but
what?
What I'm saying is, it's in my heart. Okay. For instance, I want to know here because deep down my heart, I want to know back. And if I say this person should go out, meaning deep down my heart, the Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So it's not in my heart. I really don't want anyone to go.
You don't want anyone to go. So technically, you don't want the competition to end.
It will definitely. It will.
So
I honestly don't know who will go. For this thing, it can take you by surprise.
Listen, don't tell me it can take you by surprise. Whoever you want to go home, or your answer has no influence on who is going home. You are 7 girls in the house plus you 8 girls in the house. Who wouldn't you mind yo Charlie, go home? Whose absence won't you feel?
I'll feel everyone's absence.
You feel everyone's absence? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
What's up? What are you doing?
Fine.
How's the week been in the house? Ready for this week coming up? So what are you doing this Sunday?
This Sunday is basically role models. Then I'm going to my niece who is looking up to me as a role model too.
How's the competition been so far for you?
It hasn't been easy so far. It gets tougher every week.
How was it feeling like when you won most eloquent last Sunday?
It was overwhelming because this is the first time that award.
You've won a competition, you've won any award for the first. This is the first time
This is the first time winning an award in
For-
this competition
for
for
you.
me. And then this is the first time the most eloquent award.
Was introduced.
Yes.
Okay, so do you think you won the most? Okay, fine. Was it like eloquent in your local language or in English language?
I don't know. That one I can't tell. I think the judges should first decide.
Okay, so
Because I'm someone who doesn't really chip in much of
your
my
language.
local dialect.
How was the eviction night like for you when you're on that stage?
Oh, it was sad because no exactly.
No, but then, I mean, how was the feeling like when were you on stage with the
I
five
was
of
on
them?
stage, yes.
Yeah, we were part of the five who were on
Yes.
stage, right? And how was it like when you were waiting for names to be mentioned? How was it feeling? I mean, some of us will never get to experience that, so.
I felt like anything can happen, and then whatever happens, I'm going to take it in good.
So you were like just
But
ready for everything.
I was ready for anything, but my spirit kept telling me you are not going. My instinct kept telling me you are not going. Just calm.
Okay, so do you feel like the house feel bigger to you now? Do you feel their absence, the two people gone?
Yes. On Monday after the auditions, the house felt empty. It looked like everybody was gone. There were just two people. And then I sleep with in the same room. I used to sleep with in the same room. So when she went away on Monday, I was just like, so she's gone. And she's the funniest person in this house. She was the funniest person
Wow.
in this house.
Okay, so I mean, if you had a chance to bring anyone back, who would you bring back?
Definitely
No?
no. Yes.
Oh, okay. That's quite deep. And okay, so if you had a chance to kick one person out, to take you girls down to 7 now, the girls are 8, one, yeah, who would be?
Why didn't you ask if I had the chance to go to the finals with one person?
No, I mean the finals, you go with 3 other people. So
Yes, but then if I had the chance to go
eventually
with one person,
we'll get there. It's a build up. It's a build up you're having. So if you really want to kick someone out, who would it be?
whoever the judges think should
No,
be.
not the judges. Your decision now has nothing to do. Your
I
decision now has
know.
no influence on what the judges will say.
I know,
So I'm
but then
putting you in the position to actually, who would you want to go out of it?
no,
Who would you want to go to?
I can't decide who to do. I don't know. I don't know any.
If you make it to the finale, who would you like to go with?
Rekia.
And who?
Tewa.
Why would you want to go with Becky and Tewa? Is it because, as far as you are concerned, they are the weakest links?
No.
But why?
Rekia is someone like I vibe with always. She understands me. I understand her. And you know, Tewa is also, let me say, the oldest person in this conversation. And sometimes she sits you down and she feeds your brain with some kind of advice.
But I feel like that really isn't to your advantage if that's the only reason why you really want to go to the finale with them.
Even though we are in a competition, but sometimes teamwork makes the dream work. So I would like to go to the
Honestly,
finals.
that didn't make sense though, to like, with respect to what we are talking about. If I ask you why you want to win this competition, right?
Yes,
And you mentioned 2 girls you would like to go to the finals with. Obviously, anyone who would want to go to competition and end up at the finale with someone would choose the weakest links to be there with. No one ever wants to go for a finale with like the strongest links or people they feel are equally as good as them.
But then the truth is, you can't just look at someone or what the person has been doing throughout this competition and think the person is weak.
If you will be honest with yourself deep down in your heart and you know it, you know you are stronger than some people in this house, and deep down in your heart you know some people are stronger than you. Deep down in your heart, that's like the basic honest opinion of it, or like you know the people who are better than you in this house. Better isn't the right word. You know your competitions in this house, and you know people who are not your competition in this house. I mean, that's just something I'll leave you to ponder with when we meet again next week.
Okay, right now everyone is in
Thank you.
competition.
No, I mean, don't tell me anything. Just call the next person.
Okay.
Left 5 girls off. I left 5. Hi, yeah.
Radio soon I made too. Even though we use that, no, no, so.
I would say that eviction took us by surprise. We used to expect it. We all did so
It took
well.
you by surprise, like you didn't know it was an eviction night?
No, we just couldn't tell who was going home because that very day we did so well, all of us.
I mean, just by the way, I think you did amazing last Sunday.
Thank you.
Yeah, last Sunday. Okay, so out of the two girls who were evicted, like what do you miss about them?
I miss the fact that Noah was making us laugh all the time.
Well, Norm must really be a comedian. Everyone is saying this about her.
Yes. Jifa was somehow always isolating herself, but she was also fun sometimes.
Okay.
She used to make us laugh a lot. So I miss them all.
So which of them would you want back in the competition if you had a chance to bring a call back between Noah and Jifa?
I would only call on Auntie Linda and then find out who did
No.
better than the other.
No one is better. They are all let's take they are all of the same level. Of course, they have all gone home, but you had the chance to bring one person home, one person back into the house. Your friends choose who they really want back into the house, and they give reasons why they want this person in the house. So out of the two.
Okay, Noah was making us laugh almost all the time, and her accent is really making the place so boring. So I would have brought Noah instead.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And which three other girls would you want to go to the finale with?
I don't know. It's just I would want to go with whoever is.
No. Which three girls do you want to go? Listen to the question. Which three girls do you want to go to the finale with if you had a chance? Because the finals is 4 girls. Which three would you want to go with?
Okay, I only know of one lively person in the house, which I don't want to ever miss her presence. That is Nabia. But for the others, I don't know. And I would want to go with her because I would want to be with her because she's fun to be with. She's free-spirited, yes. But the others, I have no idea. So far, she's the only one I can tell.
She's the only one who wants to go for the finals, man.
Yes. And whatever be the case, we have to be 4 people. But she's the only one I can tell that because of how I relate to her and we deal, I would want to go with her.
Just because of how you relate to her?
Because she's fun and I don't want to miss her presence, that's why.
No, I mean, I'm talking about just the grand finale on stage that night. Which 3 people do you want to be
because
on that stage?
If you are evicted, you are going home and I'm really going to miss your your presence.
Forget about the eviction process and everything. It's the venue, flat, lights, cameras, everything lit. Which 3 other girls do you want to have
I don't know
on
of the
stage?
others, it's just Nabia.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Just no. I'm going to be.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
I'm good.
How are you doing?
Fine.
Okay, so how many awards have you won so far?
Awards.
Yeah.
2.
2. What and what?
Best performance.
Twice. You won best performance twice. In how many weeks? In 5 weeks or 4 weeks?
5.
In 5 weeks. Okay, so tell us, how are you feeling on the eviction night while you're backstage?
It was scary. It was a bit scary. And once I was backstage, I was just praying. You know, we all didn't go on stage. They didn't call the 10 ladies up on stage. And then they called first 5. So we were just waiting to go on stage to see what happens. And then the eviction just came.
Okay.
I was surprised because I was thinking it was just one person going to be evicted.
Oh,
and it
thought.
was two. It was two. So I was like,
You really thought. So, okay, so out of the 2 girls, now what do you really miss about them? What do you miss about them?
I miss Nurse Tree. You know,
Oh.
she tries to speak Tree and it's kind of funny. And Jifa is my working mate. Like, we are paid 2 ladies per day. So I was supposed to work with her. So we work together on Thursdays and we got to talk sometimes.
Okay, so if you had the chance to bring one of them back, who would you bring back? Just one of them, actually. Maybe because you miss the person's presence, maybe because of the bond you built with the person or something. If you had a chance to bring one of them back, who are you bringing back?
No.
You're bringing Noah back?
Yes.
Okay, and what are you doing this Sunday?
I'm talking on religious tolerance.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting topic. I mean, I can't wait to hear.
Yes.
I can't wait to hear your opinion on that.
Yes, and I'm trying to do a dance drama.
Oh, nice.
So like no talking. The drama will be the talking.
For the entire performance?
Yes.
Okay, so real quick, like this, quite jumping over the bar real quick. If you had a chance, if you make it to the grand finale, which 3 girls would you like to go with?
Grand finale?
Yeah. You know it's always 4 girls on the finale.
Yes, myself, of course.
Of course, yourself. And which other 3 girls?
Afra.
Okay.
Afra. Naomi. Abena.
That's Easton.
Yes, Abena. And Nabia.
Why these girls? Why them?
Nabia is hardworking. Nabia is pushing.
And
Afra is surprising.
oh wow.
Naomi is challenging.
Doesn't that put like a lot of weight on your shoulder?
Well, yeah, but then you need competition to feel you are in a competition. You see, you don't want to expect.
Thank you very much. On that note, you just told us your competitions. So the other 3 or the other 3 are not your competition.
Oh,
Alright,
wow.
we'll continue this convo next Wednesday. Come on, like the next person.
Okay. It was normal.
Why? You're chilled?
No, I'm one person who takes everything in good faith.
So you were no butterflies in your stomach?
At all. And even now, I'm never scared of eviction.
You're not?
Yes.
That's a really cool spirit. Okay, so the 2 girls that are gone home, what do you miss about them?
I miss no one special thing about her is she makes us laugh a lot. You feel that happiness around her. She will always make us laugh. I mean, she has a very beautiful spirit. And for Jifa, you know, when I say, I'll be like, hey, Mama Gan, yes, we are on course, we are on course. She's always the busy type, like, yes, I miss her.
Okay, so from these 2 girls, which of them, this question you have to answer, like everyone has answered this question, which of these 2 girls would you want to bring back home into the competition if you had a chance?
I'll bring both of them.
The question is 1.
Okay, I'll bring Jifa.
Nice. Why would you bring Jifa?
I'll bring Jifa because I flow with her so much. dance, no.
And which three would you want to go to the finals with?
Pardon?
Which three would you want to go to the finals?
I want to go to the finals or regular.
God, do you listen to the question? Which three of them? The finals is just 4.
All of them.
Okay,
I'll love to go with all of them.
thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Don't even know. I think we're here. How do I sit?
There. Are you the last person?
No.
Who's last?
I don't think we're here or.
Okay, has been here. Hi.
Hello.
How did you take on the eviction night? How was it like? Were you on stage? Were you part of the
No,
five
no,
on
I
stage?
was
You're backstage.
backstage.
How were you feeling backstage?
Hey,
Were
I
you
was
watching
a bit
it or
tense.
were
I
you
was
backstage
watching
or you were watching it?
I was watching it.
How was it like?
I was a bit tensed. Yes, because you can't tell who will go home. Yes. So I was just there and then I was hoping who will be going home.
And how about last Sunday?
Last Sunday.
Did you know it was like eviction free?
No, I never knew.
You all didn't know?
I never knew, but I felt there was no way I would go home.
You knew you were not going home?
Yes.
Okay, so the 2 girls that are gone, what do you miss about them the most?
Oh, Noyo, I miss Noyo so much. She's fun to be with, and then like there's no boring time with no, and we defer to at least the drama.
Oh, so for you it was like just the fun with,
Oh, not just the fun, but we learn from each other.
Is there like ever a time you're just walking around and it hits you that like 2 people are out?
As at this moment.
Like as at still.
No,
it's been
I
like 2
think
weeks.
about it some as in
Like,
yeah, even from that night the house became so empty, so quiet. Everybody was just like
So out of those 2, like if you really had a chance to bring one person back, who are you bringing back? Just one person, not all 2.
I'll bring back more.
You bring back no. Okay. Then who will you take out?
Well, I can't say I can take someone out
But
because I'm not a judge.
you bring out no, you bring back no.
Yeah, I'm
But you are not a judge. Why are you bringing back no?
You said if I had the opportunity.
Yeah, and you answered. Now I'm giving you the opportunity to take another person out, and you're not telling me you're not the judge. Were you the judge when you brought back no?
Okay, then let's assume I wasn't the judge, so no, she'll still be at home.
Okay, so which 3 girls would you want to go to the finale with? Do you see yourself at the finale with?
Okay, let me say Nadia, Abana,
Why?
Well, I believe they are. I can't say we are all good.
Low-key, that's quite. Low-key, do you know like that's like reverse you telling me your competition?
Well, let me just say probably.
Probably, right? But if I ask you to mention your competitions, I'm going like, oh my god, I know deep down my heart, everyone is good. I don't have competition.
Oh, it's true, everyone is good. Oh. And you know the funny thing, you can't tell who is going and who is staying. If you realize or you think about it, you realize that this badge, it looks like everybody is good. Yes. So you can't pinpoint that this person is too
But as
weak
far as
and
you are
has to go
concerned,
home.
those are the people who want to go for the finals, right? That's if you make it to the finale.
Yeah, bye. Inshallah.
Right.
Should I? Thank you.
That's it. That's it.
No, Afra.
Oh, from your phone.
So far, it's been interesting with all of them. Like, it's interesting.
You make it sure. Say
Right.
that you make it sure. Say
Please ask me questions as a video.
And I've got to my hand. Sit. To say. How were you backstage or were you on stage during the eviction night? Were you part of the 5 people on stage?
Yeah, I was part.
How are you feeling? How was it like? How was it feeling?
I wasn't nervous. I knew I wasn't going home.
Wow. So you were not nervous?
No.
And how about last week's performance? You were fumbling on stage.
Whew.
Either like you forgot your lines or why were you fumbling?
It's one thing I don't even want to talk about it. I'll say that I didn't enjoy myself, and it's true. But then,
Is it like you didn't have enough time to rehearse, or you didn't take that very week serious?
I take every week serious, but then it happens. Sometimes you don't get your day.
Because I just feel like those things should really happen like first, second week. This is like your 4th week, right?
But it was my 5th week.
Like your 5th week actually.
Yes.
And then.
That's why I'm saying that it happens sometimes.
So did that make you feel like, oh God, I might go home because of that?
No.
It never crossed your thoughts.
Because
I saw you backstage all curled up in someone's arms and.
But then we are humans. You do have the things you want to do, and then you go to stage. It doesn't come up as you have planned. It hurts sometimes, but then I know next week is going to be, or this week, we're going to have a great show.
Okay, so what do you have to say about the eviction? The two girls were evicted, No and Jifa.
One thing I can say is that I didn't see that coming.